Hello everyone, myself Kashish Talwani and I welcome you back to my channel Simplifying Business Studies. So children, this is going to be part 6 of chapter 11 of class 12 Marketing Management. In this particular session, we will understand all the different concepts related to branding. So we will understand what is the meaning of word brand, brand name, brand mark, trademark, and also we will understand the qualities of good brand. Also in this session we will cover the benefits of branding to marketers as well as consumers. So let's quickly start with our session. So what is brand? Brand is basically the symbol, the representation, the identification of a product which can be in form of a name, a symbol or a design. For example, we know a company called Surf, so we can recognize it using this brand name or its brand or its symbol. Like Dettol, Nike, all these are brands which are delivering good products in their particular categories, and we know these brands because we have been using them for like many years and they have built a quality, built a reputation, a goodwill in the market. That is why their name is being recognized or symbolized for that particular category or product. Here we can see like these many different products. These are basically the companies, the motor companies in India and the other multinational companies which are working in India. Hyundai, Fiat, Honda, Audi, Skoda, and here on this side Tata, TVS, Mahindra, LML. We are definitely recognizing these brands with this name and this symbol. So now what is brand name? So brand name is the part of the brand which can be spoken. We are saying Maruti Suzuki. So this is the name which we are ready to pronounce. So Maruti Suzuki's part, the name of the brand which we are speaking is the brand name. And this other part, let us see what is that. So this other part through which we are able to recognize one brand is the brand mark. So let us read what is there on your screen. The part of the brand which cannot be spoken but can be recognized is called a brand mark. So like this sign recognizes which brand? Definitely it's there in your mind. It's Nike. So this is the symbol which represents a brand. Using this mark we can recognize one brand, okay, which is doing good in its own category. Now what is trademark? So this brand, if let's suppose this is a brand which is not trademarked, then it can be used by anyone across the market. So this brand has to be given some legal protection until unless that brand, that name, that symbol can be used by anyone. So just to provide a legal protection, the company get its brand registered under trademark, under the process of trademark. So through this their brand gets a legal protection and no one else then will be able to use that brand as their own brand name. They will be sued in court, they will get a legal notice for this attempt. So definitely the person who actually and originally holds the brand has the legal protection only when he gets it trademarked. Now let us understand what are the features of good brand name. So brand name should be short and simple. When there is a name which is very short, very simple, then only you will be able to remember it. If it will be something complicated, definitely you will forget it. So a brand name, this is the very basic and very required feature of a good brand name, that it should be short and it should be simple. Brand name should be easy to pronounce. Second feature of a good brand, that means if people will not be able to pronounce your brand, definitely they will forget it very soon. Okay, so it should be easy to pronounce. Brand name should be suggestive. Like for example, if one is dealing in clothes, the brand name can be Vastra. If someone is dealing in food, brand name can be Shuddh or something like something which means tasty, swadisht. So brand name should be suggestive. That means it should not actually be just the diverse of what the brand is actually offering. It should be something related to it, something nearby, so that people can relate with the brand name. So next thing is brand name should be unique and distinctive. Definitely this is one feature we will always look for when we will give a brand name to our product. It should be unique, it should be distinctive, and it should not be like a very popular thing which is seen across the market. So it should be unique and distinctive. Another thing which is very important is brand name should be selected after considering its meaning. That means it should not be diverse of something which the company is offering. For example, a car came which whose name its name was Reva. So Reva in Spanish means which does not go, something which does not move. So it is actually just the diverse meaning of what car is offering. Car is offering motion, car is offering speed, but the name of the car is means just the opposite of it. So this should not be a good name for a brand. So it should be suggestive, it should be distinctive, but yes, it should not be demeaning, or it should not hurt anyone's sentiments. So definitely it should be selected very deliberately. So the next topic to understand is advantages of branding. As I always say, branding has its advantages to marketers as well as consumers or customers. So let us first understand what advantages branding brings to marketers. Very first, it helps in product differentiation. So branding definitely helps an organization to distinguish its product from that of its competitors. For example, when you go out and you are looking for maybe a chocolate, you will always pick one brand which you always like to buy. So the brand name has automatically differentiated the products, like which product you will choose on the first place or which product will you choose on the second place. There is always a differentiation in your mind. So in this way, the marketer is able to ensure a secured and a very controlled market for his products. Second is it helps in advertising. So a brand name always helps a firm in advertising and display program. Without a brand, what will advertiser come ahead and tell us? For example, Kent water purifiers, they, if this company wouldn't have got this name Kent purifiers, then what would have advertisers come over like on our TV screens and would have told us to use a good water purifier to filter our water. But now what they say is use Kent water purifier to filter water and have good water. So without a brand name, an advertiser can only create general awareness for a generic product, and that and he can never be sure about the sale of his own product. So in this case, when a product is given a name, he can advertise his product. He can tell that his product gives certain qualities, his product gives certain has certain features which other products don't have. So definitely it will bring him sale. What is differential pricing? So branding enables the firm to charge higher price for its products than its competitors, because if the customer like that brand and they are like habitual of using that brand, they will never mind paying that little extra for getting that good quality. There are many products which we are continuously using and we are paying definitely little more than the competitor's product, but we are so happy with those products that we don't want to buy competitors product even for a lesser price. For example, we buy noodles and we buy generally from one company. I'm so sorry, I'm not endorsing any brands on like using this platform, but I have to use these examples. So differential pricing means a marketer can charge good price for the products if he thinks that people will be ready to pay for that quality. So this is differential pricing. easy introduction of new products. So if there is a new company, if let's suppose I start a new company and I want to throw few good products in the market, so will it be easy for me to introduce a new product, or will it be easy for Nestle or Pepsi or some company like that to introduce a new product in the market? Definitely those existing companies who have built their brand value, it will be definitely much more easier for them to launch a new product in the market rather than a new company doing the same thing. So these are the benefits to a marketer. Now let us see what benefits branding brings to customer. Like we go outside and we are looking for some product, we bring one brand for the first time. When we bring it home, we used it, we liked it. Next time when we will go again to the market to buy the same product, we will definitely look for that same brand. Imagine if that packet is not carrying any brand name, how will you recognize the product again? So definitely branding helps in identification of product. It helps people in recognizing the product so that they can bring the same product home again and again. Ensures quality. So branding ensures not only branding doesn't only gives a name, gives a symbol to a product, but also through branding, the marketers, they promises that if you are buying a particular brand, you will get the same quality every time you will buy the same packet, right? So when we bring these good items home, dairy milk, Maggie, or some kind of other good products, we are always so unsure about the quality of the product. Now, next point is status symbol. Some brands definitely become status symbol due to their quality. For example, companies like Puma, Adidas, Audi, they all definitely represent some status symbol. So customers feel very proud when they use them. So they think that it adds to their level of satisfaction. So it adds, definitely they think that it adds to their value. So this also brings status symbol. So these are the advantages of branding to marketers and customers. So we have reached the end of this session. If you're looking for any answers to your queries, you can always write it in the comment box, or you can also reach me through this email. Thank you so much. Have a very nice day ahead.